here's what you're doing. All right, you're getting to here, you're doing this, you're getting to about here, and then you're getting excited and you're lifting your head up, you're pushing across, and then you're going to here. All right, that works great if Noah's not fighting me, right? But what happens is I lift my head up. Where's my head gone? In line with his head, right? And he's fighting, right? He's not gonna just be laying there. He's gonna be fighting me. So as soon as my head comes up here, up and all that way, yep, I go over, and then now I've lost my position, all right? So we gotta be careful as we're doing this so we're not compromising our position during the setup. Okay, so watch how I'm doing this again, all right? So I'm here. Go ahead and start with your hands down. I'm setting up my Ezekiel. He blocks it, he makes a frame. Now watch how I do this. I leave my head off to the side. I keep my shoulder pressure. I drive this up a little bit, keep your frame, just to make room there, and then I swim under, all right? And then I stop, all right? I make sure that everything is still stable and I have a good position. Now, remember, he's gonna be fighting this. He wants this arm back, right? He's gonna be pushing down. He's gonna try to bring this around my arm. He's gonna try to collapse that like this, right? So in order to get this up, I'm gonna have to walk my hand up and keep walking it up, and I can stop once I can reach and grab his head, right? So use that as your marker for when I should stop. Right? Again, notice where he's at. This isn't nice for him. It's not comfortable for him, right? And then from here, I can still feel and making sure that I have my shoulder pressure, that all that stuff's in place. Okay, now what's the next thing he's gonna do? He's probably gonna frame there. He's gonna start pushing away. When he does that, shrug, push away, and then now I can move my head off to the side. Right? But I didn't move my head off on the other side of his elbow until it was way over here. If I do it over here, I'm gonna mess up because I have to lift my head way off of it. All right, is that clear to everybody? So be patient with this. All right, watch it again. So setting up here, he frames, lift, underhook. Set everything back tight. Start walking it up. All right, once I can grab his head, he's gonna start framing, he's gonna start pushing, shrug across, and then slide my head over to the side. Right? Now I'm set again. Okay. Are we clear here, folks? So fix that on the next time around. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Now, once I'm here, I want to tighten this all up and get it right. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm not, as I'm doing this, that I'm not bringing myself up higher over him. All right, I need to make sure that his arm stays kind of low across his neck. If his arm gets up around his head, it's going to be really difficult to finish this. So as I'm doing this, I might adjust this a little bit, tighten it up. I want to tighten up here, and then I want to tighten up here. You guys see what I did there? So I pushed his arm over, brought my head down, and then I tightened my hand up by walking it closer. All right, that should be starting to get really, really tight for Noah and uncomfortable. That's good, right? This is exactly what I want. Now I can clasp my hands, and once I'm here, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna keep everybody see my right foot moving over here? Keep my right knee on the mat and just slide my shin over, right? And then once I'm here, I'm gonna sprawl out to the side, and then the way I finished by driving into his arm. All right, so, you okay?
Yeah.
So I'm here, and my head drives, think about driving into his arm that way. All right, if you start driving up this way, you're gonna start losing it. It's gonna start getting loose around you. Okay, so here's his arm, here's my head, and my head is gonna go like this at the same time that my arm is coming this way, okay? Your body weight as you come off to the side should take care of most of the finish there, all right? Let's try it, let's work through it, and then we'll fix any problems that come up. 1, 2, 3, ready? All right, he starts framing here. All right, push it over, come across. Okay, now, this is where you're gonna start kind of going this way. Now that starts turning this into a crank. It's not really gonna choke him, right? Now you may still get a tap, but I'd actually prefer to choke him if I can, right? So as I bring my arm down, right, adjust this so that his arm is kind of in the bend of your neck, right? Not at your ear, so it's really low down here. Okay, I'm gonna clasp my hands together. I'm gonna bring my leg around. Now to finish this, I'm gonna go this way, not this way, right? You guys see the difference there? So I wanna go, think about pushing into his shoulder, and that'll probably put you in the right direction. So I'm gonna push against his shoulder like this. You guys can see the difference there when I go here versus here, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. So if you're having trouble with this, number one, walk this hand in deeper. So that's the first part. Second part is get lower down around his shoulder so you can finish it, all right? Does that make sense? Did I lose anybody there? Okay.
You
So
don't lost me. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. I do not understand this. Like, I'm trying to figure out maybe this. I'll be quiet. You just
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just don't. I'm not understanding how to do all that.
Well, here's how the choke works. This is one side. My bicep is one side, right? So see that on that side? His arm over here chokes him on the other side. Okay, so I'm
using his
tightening this up so there's no space here. All right? My head, I'm going to use my arm instead of my head. My head does this. That's what finishes the choke, right? Does that make sense now? So when I do this, so watch what happens if I push up. Painful, probably, but no choke. I'm going to push down now. You guys will go. All right, that's a choke. So I gotta do that with my head now, right? So I'm gonna use my head. Head's on the mat. Walk this in, turn. A little better? Okay.
You just saying, man.
Yeah, I know. She just wants me to shut up.
We know you're quiet.
All right. Does it make sense for the most part? We gotta do it. We gotta work through it.
Yes.
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I come over to here. I put my head here. Now, when I'm working this arm, all right, I'm walking this over, adjusting this position here, getting this down low, and then now here's the last thing I want you to do. I want you to take this hand because we're leaving it here, which is okay if you can get it tight enough, but this will get you in even a better position. Just take this and grab her shoulder now. You feel how that got tighter, Stacy? So I'm gonna grab her shoulder. All right, now when I grab her shoulder, I can adjust myself down and tighter even more. Okay, so now I've got this pretty well locked in. All right, now I can adjust my head, set everything tight, and then if I want to grab my hands together, that's fine. You could even try just leaving it here. Now I'll do the footwork, come over to here, bring my head down, and then we're gonna turn the corner and finish. Right. So that'll start getting really tight right away.
So the hand is supposed to be on their face.
Or on the shoulder.
Okay.
On the shoulder, yeah.
Okay.
You'll see it when you drill. So on the bottom side, bring it over, and then the last step, flip this over and grab the shoulder. Or if your partner's huge and you can't grab the shoulder, grab their lap, like under the armpit.
Grab my lap.
Yeah. If you got Daniel, for sure grab the lap. So flip over, grab, and then when I grab it, I'm going to use that last bit to tighten it up. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So add that to it. Let's see how it goes. 1, 2, 3.
This one.